What? Okay, so hey guys, it's Beth. I just need to quickly say, um, you know, the last Xbox 360 video I recorded, it was because that was late Thursday night. I was recording that. I wasn't gonna have time to record a full gameplay segment for anything, and I was gonna be out all Friday. I had work in the morning, then I needed to go to the doctor's because I'm moving from one shitty job to probably another shitty job, and I thought to myself, all right, I gotta get doctor stuff sorted. And by the time I was done, like, I woke up at 3 that day to get stuff done. Uh, Everything was uploaded and everything. When I got home from doctors and stuff, I just absolutely crashed. Like, I passed out, and I woke up later that night to 100 views on that video. That is, of my fully original content, like, I did do, like, the animateds and stuff for Snapcube and Dollop Days, but those were, like, that includes a lot of my own work, because, it's art and stuff, but that's, it's still relying on the names of other people. This is probably the fastest growing video that I did entirely on my own, and I wanted to thank you so much for all of that. That was huge to see. And definitely brightened my day quite a lot. I was very happy to see that. So I thought, you know what? Let's go into more Xbox stuff since seems people enjoyed it the first time. But this time we're gonna take it back to the original Xbox and the Xbox One. So, background. I did not grow up with an Xbox. I didn't really grow up with home consoles. I had a GameCube that was a hand-me-down from my lovely aunt and uncle, who I adore. They are lovely people and got me into the hobby of collecting and gaming. And they're great. Got that GameCube from them when they got their Wii, and yeah, that's mainly where my home console stuff came from. And getting into the Xbox later, the Xbox was incredibly cheap, which is why it ended up in my collection. Xbox stuff does not retain value, which is actually why the Xbox One stuff, we'll get to that too, that stuff does not retain any value, like, already. But yeah, let's just start with Xbox and work our way on. Okay, so right here we got ourselves a copy of Call of Duty Finest Hour. I showed off in the last video. It's like I played a lot of Call of Duty. Never really played this one. This is one of those flea market pickups that was good condition, and it's just got a manual and everything. You can't take that for granted anymore. Like, I opened up a Switch game from Limited Run and it had a manual in it, and I almost it was like getting jump scared. Yeah. But yeah, old first-person shooters, all pretty cool. This is back when Call of Duty wasn't afraid of having vehicles in it. And now for something that I did pick up specifically to play, but it was also very cheap. Sonic Heroes. Oh, this game rules. Sonic's Xbox debut. I guess, yeah, this was 2005, wasn't it? Yeah, this game rules. Don't listen to the naysayers, or also listen to the naysayers, because they're also not entirely wrong. With most Sonic games, that's the case. Yeah, a lot of these deserve a lot of criticism, but they're fun as hell. Well, it's a game where I can play as Rouge the Bat, Cream the Rabbit, and Amy, so that's obviously just an instant win in my book. And yeah, it, full on comes with the disc. Disc looks great. Ooh, I didn't even realize. Product registration thing. Wow. Oh, which of the following products do you currently own? Sega Dreamcast, N64, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Xbox. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Like, and also like full manual and everything. Gosh, remember when games came with manuals and you could just like find stuff like, damn, look at this high quality, like even though it's black and white, there's like high quality art of the characters, like the hero's design for Rouge the Bat is wild. Oh, they changed her age later. She's 18 now. In this, she's 17. To be fair, they changed the ages of all of these. Knuckles is no longer 16. Sonic 15, that sounds about right. Miles Tails Prower is 8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still correct. Shadow the Hedgehog, time of creation unknown. He's 50 years old, roughly. Big the Cat is 18, that sounds about right. Amy 12, Cream 6, yep. All seems about right. SBO 16, Charmy 6, Vector is 20. Alright, sure. Age unknown. Mystery monster. Fascinating. You know, I wouldn't have known any of that if I didn't look through this. Wow, and there's just like control schemes and stuff, like item box items, special stage descriptions, the little art and tutorial. Wow. Oh, hey, look at that. Just friends hanging out. Wouldn't it be cool if games still came with that? That would be awesome. This is probably going to take a bit longer since I know what I'm doing this time a bit more now that I've had more practice with it. All right. If you see price stickers on any of these, most likely they're wrong. Most games that I buy, especially like retro stuff, I end up getting in bundles, where I'm just like, I'll go to like a booth at a yard sale, flea market, farmer's market, whatever you call it. And I'll pick up like a group of games and I'll be like, hey, these each are supposed to cost $5. And you know, I got 4 of them here. How about I give you 15 for all of them instead? And they'll be like, yeah, sure. You're taking my inventory. Sounds good. This is Dead or Alive 3. This is not the Dead or Alive game that everyone wanted back in the day. It's just the fighting game. It's not beach volleyball or anything. But, you know, one of these cool things where it's like, oh, cool, you have mail-in card, Dead or Alive, Platinum Hits. God, that is a lot of boob, even then. And then you have thick, full-color manual that explains how to play a fighting game. And it gives, oh my gosh, it tells you combos. Imagine if games still came with these. Oh, that would be so freaking nice. I'd actually have because I've gotten into fighting games a lot more recently. This, like, that's super cool to have. Man, I might be able to get into this a lot easier now that I know that I have all of the combos just right there. Wow. Wow. I'm missing out. Oh, and speaking of missing out, Conquer Live and Reloaded. So, I'll get into it in another video, but basically, the start of my retro gaming collection started with the N64, and one time I passed up on a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day, because it was in a local video game store for $40. Instead of buying that, I bought Pokemon Crystal, which... Wait, no, I didn't buy Pokemon Crystal. My mom got me Pokemon Crystal. What? I bought some Pokemon game there instead. I forget. But yeah, because I didn't know any better. I was like, oh, I could get Conquer or I could get Pokemon. And I think this was before I had my N64. I was just like planning on getting one. So I was like, okay, I'll get Pokemon since I can actually play that. Oh, I regret that decision. That game is way too much money now. But honestly, okay, I will be honest. A lot of people hate this game, but because, you know, it has more censorship as opposed to the original N64 version, which is wild since, you know, it's an M-rated game and all, and given the content that's in this game, like, some of the allusions to things in this game, you're like, you're gonna censor swears and references to boobs, but you're not gonna censor some of the other things? Okay, sure. But man, this game looks phenomenal. And it is so worth it. This game looks like an Xbox 360 game, straight up. This is one of the best looking games, like, of not only this generation, it's like, this is on, like, when it comes to, like, graphical powerhouses for a console generation, it's like, Shadow of the Colossus on PS2 looks about as good as, like, a launch PS4 game. This looks about as good as a launch, like, not a launch, like, a late game for the Xbox 360. And, yeah, I did not misspeak with Shadow of the Colossus. I still think, I stand by that shit. Shadow of the Colossus looks phenomenal. It's a great, great game. But, yeah, mainly I have this because, you know, it was one of those situations where, you know, it's cheap and, you know, when you're younger, it's like, oh, it's a raunchy game. God, it's so... And honestly, it's really good as a game, too. Better gameplay and, like, stuff. And, you know, the ability to, like, play this in HD is nice. The original Xbox looks so good still. The one main downside of this game, like, censorship, like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not a big... I don't care either way. The main issue is mainly just that the original version had, like, more facial animation and stuff for Conker, and it's not really there in this version. But I think this version just... It's so good that you might as well play it. And you know what? I'm gonna get to more Conker later in this video, I believe. I think. Don't hold me to that. Hey, you can actually see this one, came from... I don't think that's a video game store anymore. I think that place closed a long, long time ago now. Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is just a classic of this generation. Honestly, it's just a phenomenal game. Picked it up on the Xbox because, you know, it, plays the best on Xbox. I'm very well acquainted with, you know, Xbox controllers. Full color manual, great just art of the characters. You know, there's models in here, items that tell you what to do, a whole bunch of the bosses and locations. And then it's like, man, even an ad for another game in it. Isn't that cool? Also, this game, so I don't even know where it is. If it still exists. A lot of their cases and, like, even their cartridges are, like, bished and bashed up. Like, the bottom of this case, you can see, has a hole in it. And I had to glue this thing together with super glue since it was just, like, completely dilapidated. I didn't realize at the time. I was just checking to make sure the disc wasn't scratched or anything at the time, but now I'm getting better with that. But yeah, just... This is an iconic game. It's so good. Everyone needs to have this. Either pick up this game or pick it up at, like the Rehydrated collection goes on sale frequently. And there we are. That looks better. It's like, I literally censored my face in the last video. I'm like, I don't want people seeing my face. Seeing, like, a store name, I'm like, should I censor and cut that out as well? But at the same time, I'm just like, that's a place. People can just find that. Like, okay. It's not close to me, really, so I don't know. But, you know, it's not a bad store when I was in there. It did go out of business, though. I do remember that, so whatever. And we got Morrowind. It's Morrowind. What can I say about it? You know, as someone who grew up at a time where Skyrim was out by the time I was like 5, probably. I don't know when it came out. It was an Xbox 360 game, so I'm pretty young still. Yeah, when you're just like coming back to it, it's like it's fine. I think it's a good game, but, like, after playing Skyrim and a bit of Oblivion, like, is there as much appeal in Morrowind as there used to be? Not really, especially not this version. Oh god, I remember playing quite a bit of this, and I tried, and I remember specifically I made my character, and that takes a while because it's an Elder Scrolls game. Like I needed to go somewhere afterwards, and I was like, all right, I'll just get into game and save. I did not have the ability to save until way later, so basically any early progress got thrown out. So yeah. Not the greatest introduction. Alright. This is a good game. Ninja Gaiden. The Tecmo reimagining of Ninja Gaiden. This game rules. It's difficult, hard as nails, just like normal Ninja Gaiden back on the NES. Yeah, it's just good game. Highly recommend it on the Wii U. Alright. Doom 3. What can I say about it? It's Doom 3. The things about Doom that people liked weren't in this game. This game was more just like showing off how good graphics you could make. It's a pretty decent game, but like it's fairly generic. I mean, just play Doom 2016, honestly. Play the original, like, Doom, or play Doom 64, play your Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. Like, there's not much reason to go to this one. It is, like, the Xbox generation is one of the generations where you're just like, this is the awkward middle generation of consoles, which is weird because this is the first, Xbox platform. Alright, talking about graphical powerhouses, Half-Life 2 came out in 2004, and this game has better visual and facial animation than games that come out today. I don't think in terms of, like, visual, like, animation standpoints for, like, facial stuff, I don't think that was matched until, like, I don't know, The Last of Us or something? Like, this game, in addition to being an awesome game, like, you can tell on my channel, I freaking love Half-Life. It was one of the first things I did on this channel was Half-Life. And this version is phenomenal, actually. You would think, oh, the original Xbox version of Half-Life 2, like, that's probably no good. Actually, it's great, and it's also really cool to have this game in physical format. Yeah, honestly, on controller, because the first time I ever played Half-Life 2 was on the Xbox 360, because, I got the orange box. Playing this game on controller, it still felt perfectly at home to me. And, this game has cheat codes and stuff, which is funny. You don't get cheat codes much anymore, but, it's just fun. It's a really good story. Everyone has played this game or owns it on Steam, literally. Like, anytime there's a Steam summer sale, you can buy all Valve games ever for, like, $20. And that's, like, a collection of 150 games. I recommend just pick that up. Like, straight up. This is phenomenal. Alright, what is up next? Oh. More stickers. I don't take off stickers usually, because I usually just, like, I don't care too much. But now I'm like, oh, hey, that tells where this is from. But at the same time, I don't really care. I've already discussed this exact store. Destroy all humans, one giant step on mankind. I feel like this was sort of like a big game on the original Xbox. And my thoughts on it are that it's fine. Like, it's just, it's very B-movie-like, and not like B-movie Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, like, B-movie in the sense of it's a B-movie. This is very much like old, like, alien invasion movies and stuff like that. It's very, like, deliberately designed to be, like, a 50s, early 70s, like, black and white horror movie about aliens. And you know, it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Some of the later levels on it can be hard as hell, though. Driver 3. This game came inside of the Xbox I bought. And that's basically the only excuse you have to own it. It's not a great game. It's just a worse frickin' Grand Theft Auto. Stickers. They're bothering me now. I don't have nails. No. Being a lesbian has thwarted me yet again. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Yeah, this is, you know, the later re-release of Metal Gear Solid 2 that had, like, other stuff. Yikes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch through this before I upload it. So I gotta make sure. Hey, Beth, editing, get rid of all of that. Jeez. Full color manual. Oh, look at the art. Emma Emmerich, Otacon, Colonel, Rosemary, Revolver Ocelot, Solidus, Fat Man, Vamp, Fortune. Gosh, this is so cool. Play Metal Gear. Metal Gear's great. Yeah, play Metal Gear. Metal Gear's great. Sorry, my brain got stopped by, my brain done got stopped by, you know, yeah. Halo Combat Evolved. One of the greatest first-person shooters of all time. Yeah, killer app for the Xbox. Yeah, that's just true. My copy's a bit damaged, I just realized. It looks like it's water damaged. Oh, hey, look at that. Someone stole this, and it says hashtag 69 on it. I got this. Oh. That's bad. How does that even happen? Oh, well, I'm sorry if you care about the condition of Halo Combat Evolved copies, because apparently this was destroyed. Oh, well. This is one of those things, just like, it's Halo. This is the best way to play Halo Combat Evolved, because every version of Halo Combat Evolved that's ever been re-released, if you play, like, the Combat Evolved Anniversary on the Xbox 360, if you play it in the Master Chief Collection, you're playing the downgraded version. Because this is originally made by Bungie for the Xbox. Then Gearbox ported it to PC. And they fucked it up. They fucked it up. They removed graphics, texture quality, and just completely destroyed a lot of the original aesthetic of the game. But because it was the one ported to PC that they have the most easy access to source code of and the easiest way to port it, that's the version that's on everything. So if you want the version of the game that actually looks decent, it's this one. Piece of crap. Thanks, Gearbox, creators of Aliens, Colonial Marines. Yeah. Gearbox. Jesus. Halo 2. This is the only Halo game that wasn't available on the 360 up until Halo 5 released. Basically the only thing I have to say. You couldn't play the original, like, tetralogy of Halo games on 360 because Halo 2 wasn't there. I think there may have been limited backwards compatibility with this one, but yeah, this one got stolen too. Who was stealing copies of Halo? Ooh, unused Xbox Live free trial. Ooh. Yeah. These are like the metal strips that are in these things to like tell them when they're taken from a store, which leads me to believe that like usually if you see this it's like someone forgot to take it out. Oh, you know what it is? I can tell you exactly what it is. They're not stolen. It's those cases where it's just like the guy behind the counter doesn't take it out, and it sets off the alarm, and they're just like, ugh, just fucking take it. Oh my gosh. I have a funny story about that, because for some fucking reason, it's like, I bought a copy of, like, I don't know, it was like a Kirby game, and I was like 10 years old, and I was buying a DS game, you know, with my own money. And, you know, it didn't set off like the GameStop thing. And, you know, I walk through Kohl's to leave with my mom, and it sets off the thing. The Kohl's people call security to investigate this child, and they're like, I'm like, I have the receipt here, and they're like, oh, okay, you're free to go. Who the fuck does that? If it's like a 10-year-old kid, then who fucking cares? Do you really think, like, if you're Kohl's, it's like, if it's been taken from another store, that's not your problem. And if it's Kohl's and it's something you worry about, a 10-year-old's not stealing clothes from a Kohl's. I've had that in my heart for a very long time. Completely forgot that happened, and now, fuck that Kohl's employee. A piece of shit. Alright, man, we've been going for apparently 30 minutes, but, you know, you gotta get some more content in here. Y'all don't want to just see a couple copies of, like, Xbox games. Let's level up to not the Xbox original, but the Xbox One. Oh, this... Ugh, I'm looking at some of these. Okay. These cases are kind of destroyed. I'm gonna get through the bad games first. I'm just gonna show, like, these sides of it, because these came from, as discussed in a previous video, I went to a closing roller rink, and they had a bunch of Xbox stuff, and they were just selling it off, and I literally got, came out in milk crates of all the different stuff. This is all the stuff that came from there. You know, some of these are good games, but Jesus, they're in bad shape. I'm just gonna put these away. Oh, jeez. I don't even want to show you, like, the boxes or anything on these, because they're rough. I mean, like, what do you expect? You know, it's a place where kids' birthday parties happen. It's like going to a Chuck E. Cheese and expecting good stuff. I just realized I need to put... Because I'm going to still save. Because hopefully I will have cut it out. Put the original things from the Metal Gear Solid disc into because there was a receipt in there that contained private information for other people. I'm gonna keep that in there for, like, you know, it's a cool thing to have. Alright, Xbox One games. Now that we've gotten the bad stuff out of the way, let's move on to more bad stuff, actually. This isn't even a game anymore. Like, this straight up is not a game anymore. Oh, hey, I guess you can redeem that code. 10 bonus loot boxes. Yeah, digital goodies. Yeah, Game of the Year edition. Yeah, you know, this is one of, like, the saddest stories that I think I have for games. Because, you know, me and Evan, you know, we're close friends now. You know, the way we met was, you know, we were just kids going to high school together. It's just like, you know, he played Overwatch, and, you know, I was like, hey, you know, I like playing games. Let's try that out together, man. And, you know, me and Evan played a shit ton of this game. This game was phenomenal. And then Blizzard fucked up again, doubled down, made it worse, and oh my fucking god. And then Overwatch 2 came out, and it was bad. And we don't want to play it anymore. And it makes me sad because an entire part of my friend group, the main reason I know these people is because of this game. And, you know, I don't have a lot of shared interests with a lot of the other games that they play, and I'm just looking at this and I'm like, wow. And also, we did play on PC. This is just a copy that I got in a bundle, to be fair. This isn't, like, my copy or anything. Yeah, this is just, like... I was like, oh, you know, I think I have Xbox Live, and I'll be able to, like, play stuff, you know? Be cool to play Overwatch, but this game doesn't exist anymore. What a shame. Then you got Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2. I've heard good things about these games. I haven't played them. These were $10 in a bundle. Actually, wait, no. These stickers are not from where I bought these. This was me trying to sell them later. Because, you know, I will be honest, like, I do collect stuff, but if there's stuff that I really don't care too much about, like Wolfenstein, like, where I got them for a decent price, and I'm just like, alright, I'm not gonna play these, or I don't have, like, any desire to play them, really. I'll just sell them at a yard sale, and then they didn't get sold. That's basically what happened. You know, I've heard good things about them, but I haven't played them. I don't really intend on it either. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. This just had a GameStop sticker on it, so I'm just removing that. But, because it was covering the title. But it's still gonna not look great. I'll fix this later. Yeah, this was in a bargain bin at GameStop, apparently. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Here's the thing about Tomb Raider. This game is basically responsible for, you know, all of the definitive editions of games coming out. Like, when the original Tomb Raider 2013 came out, they're like, man, like, Square Enix is like, man, we didn't make enough money off of this. We only sold 3 million copies of an Xbox 360 game after the Xbox One came out. That's not good. We gotta re-release it again on the Xbox One and PS4 and call it the definitive version less than a year later. And then Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out. It's good. That's basically all I have to say. I'm basically just ranting about a different game. Ooh. Kaze and the Wild Masks. Oh, and you know what? I can show you something special that you may notice if you're frickin', you know, dumb like me. If you look at this, Xbox One, Xbox. Whenever an Xbox game supports multiple platforms, they just put Xbox instead of Xbox One. And you can also see that this is like a metallic thing, and this is just full printed. Yep. That's basically it. Even there are some Xbox original games that are backwards compatible on both the 360 and Xbox original, and on like the side of an Xbox 360 case, it'll just say Xbox, which is kind of cool. It says Xbox One and Series X, and just says Xbox One on the side. This is a cool game that I actually want to sit down and play some more. It's just a good, you know, 2D platformer, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of games similar to this. I just like platformers, and, you know, it's been a while since we've had, like, a good new mascot platformer. This has a lot of, like, I saw this, and I'm like, this has some Klonoa vibe to it, because, you know, it's like a bunny character, and, you know, platformer, and I like Klonoa. This is not Klonoa or Klonoa adjacent or close to it at all. I just like platformers. This is just dumb. I'm rambling. I want to play more of this. I should play that later on the channel. Oh boy. It's one of the only games that I bought new for this system for a while. I'll get to some of the other games that I bought new, and I'll let you know when they are new games. But yeah, I bought this game new, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, because, you know, love Dragon Ball, and I love, you know, the story, and I'm like, oh, this is like an RPG, action RPG of the original, like, I think it is just Z. I don't think it covers even the original saga. Yeah. I never really sat down and played it. Like, Yeah, it starts right before Raditz. I don't know. I think I just got burned out on playing games when this came out, and I got it, and I was like, oh man, this is so cool, I can't wait to play it, and then I didn't. This is one of those ones that I should pick up and play later. It is a game that I have more hours in than pretty much anything other than Minecraft and Pokemon. Holy shit, I played so much with Dragon Ball FighterZ. This is one of the greatest games of all time. Probably, like, this is my favorite fighting game of all time, easy. Like, this, like, okay. There are a lot of parts of Super that I hated, and then I was like, man, I love playing as Goku Black and Hit, and freaking love playing as Zamasu and Kefla and, like, all these characters. It's made me love different parts of Dragon Ball that I didn't love as much. And, you know, I was just like, oh, this game is so good, and it controls so well on just, like, the Xbox One controller. So good. Seriously, like, pick that up. Arxis is so good. They make Guilty Gear. And Guilty Gear is also good. This is a game that I got, a little bit, after it launched, because, you know, it's one of those games that I do actually have some interest in. Crash Bandicoot. Is it sacrilege to have this on the Xbox One? Probably is. Now, here's the thing. You saw... Hold on. But quickly. See, this has Xbox One here. This has Xbox on it. And it's like, because that supports both. This also supports both, except for the fact if you look on the side, this says Xbox One and this one just says Xbox. Microsoft, what are you doing? I was like, oh, they must be putting Xbox One on the side for consistency. No, they're being dumb. But, you know, this is just... Toys for Bob made this, and holy crap, this is a good game. Also, the reason that I picked up, like, Crash Bandicoot, like, whatever their version of remastered thing was called, I picked up that because you could play as Coco. That's basically the same... I like playing girl characters, and I think this design is just fun. Like, I don't know. I like playing as girl characters. It makes me enjoy things more. It's a good game. I recommend it. What's a bad game that I don't recommend? Yep. Mighty number 9. Also, I'm sorry, I realized the last time I recorded this, after I recorded it, the chair I'm sitting on, because I'm sitting at a kitchen table, it squeaks a lot. Mighty number 9. Honestly, without the bad marketing that made this, like bleh to own, because, you know, insulting your own fan base is a terrible idea, this game is okay. It's not worth what it launched price-wise. I forget if it launched for $30 or $60. Either way, that's too much for it. I got this on the Wii U when it originally came out, and, that was disappointing. But, you know, as just, like, a sort of in-between of, original classic Mega Man and Mega Man X, it's actually not terrible. Like, it's kind of fun in its own way. I enjoy playing as Ray, even, like, that's the main draw. Their version of Zero is, number 1, a girl, and number 2, really fun to play as. The more fun way to play this game, in all honesty. Ray, like, I have a conspiracy theory about this game. Ray has this mechanic that makes it so that you have to constantly kill things or your life will drain. And I'm pretty sure the only reason they added that is because otherwise, playing as, I believe, is it Beat? It's Beat and, I forget her name. Ah, shit. I think it's Beat. Like, he's not fun to play as in comparison to Ray. So they added something that makes you not want to play Ray. But yeah, honestly, It's on sale on the Steam sale right now for like $1. And honestly, at that price, I'd pick it up. It's just a decent Mega Man game at that point. Like, it's not great, it's not perfect. Main issues are marketing that insulted its consumer and not living up to hype because, it's a 2D Mega Man with 3D models. That never really looks good. Mega Man 11 doesn't look good in my opinion. I kind of like this game solely for its, like, actual design, though. Like, it does the actual design of characters really well, but it's just like, I mean, if you have Mega Man 11, there's not a lot of reason to play this, but this is way before Mega Man 11. This game was mainly popular because Capcom fucking hated Mega Man. Like, that's why this was hyped early on. And then it came out with stiff, weird controls, and it was just okay. I don't know. I still think it's fine. Like, I still think of all the things that exist, this is not one of the worst games in the world, but it's not the stain on my library of Xbox One games. We'll get to the stain on my Xbox library. Alright, but, oh, okay. I mean, I guess this is, that would actually segue into this one pretty well, but I didn't mean for it to. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. This is not a game. This is a demo for Phantom Pain. That's all this is. This is literally just a frickin' beta version of the Phantom Pain. That's all that Ground Zeroes is. Released for like $40. What are you doing? It's a good game, but goddamn, it's not a game. Oh, speaking of things that... This didn't have a chance to be a game. Yeah, what happened to this studio, this company, it's really depressing, honestly. It was just one of those cases where, it's just... Alright, we bought this indie company, and now we're closing them. Oops. And this game no longer got any of the support that it was going to have. But man, my time... I played quite, a little bit of this not too terribly long ago. Oh, it's so good. It looks phenomenal. It plays so smooth. And the story so far has been great. Pick up every copy of this that you can get, honestly. Like, support the devs of this, because... Actually, I don't even know if you can support the devs, because I think all of them are, like, gone at this point. Which sucks, but this was, like, a super good game. Damn shame. Oh. I guess this could also classify as a stain on this library. I picked this up today. Because I just came back from doing yard sailing flea marketing. Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the definitive edition. For $10, that's a fair price. This game should not have come out at the price it did. But for $10, I can 100% say, you know what? This is a fair purchase. It's bad ports of the PS2 trilogy of GTA games. GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, and Vice City. And, they're all good games in their own right. Definitive editions suck because they used AI upscaling that completely butchered everything and the look of everything. It was built off of the mobile ports of the game that were just okay on their own. Doesn't run great, doesn't look great, and, I'm sure you've heard everything about this. But, honestly, for $10, I thought, you know what? It's GTA. I like GTA. GTA's fun. So, yeah, bad game, but, can't complain. Fallout 4. What can I say about Fallout 4 that hasn't been said? Oh yeah, what most people haven't said, Fallout 3 included for free. I played so much of Fallout 3 on my Xbox One because it came with this copy. Straight up, I'm not even joking, I got this used and it still had the ability to get this free copy of Fallout 3. I mean, yeah, that's fully in shot. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because it was already, it was already, like, in here. Yeah, that's what classifies as a manual. Why? Okay, I forgot to mention, why are the discs on this side? Because it just makes it so that manuals are held in on the wrong side. It's weird. Fallout 4 is a good game, but it's not great. It is a perfectly standard B-tier game. I'm gonna need to move these off to this. I'll figure this out later. I'll figure out how I'm gonna put these back on the shelf. Oh boy, oh boy. RE2 and RE3 make. Oh, these games are so freaking good. These are so good. I need to pick up RE4 make. These games are so good. They're phenomenal. Like, oh, they're so good. Just play them. There's not much I can say other than these games frickin' rule. And just, like, they're worth every dollar that you spend on them. And these games go on sale pretty frequently. Like, it's so good. RE3 make is a bit worse just because they put more time into, like, a multiplayer that no one cares about. But other than that, it's perfect still. People complain a lot, but it's actually good. Speaking of people complaining about a lot, but it's actually good, I want to get complaints about that comment. I like Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil 5 and 6 I had a lot of fun with when playing with Evan. This is another thing that I picked up today because, you know, it was cheap. Picked this up alongside GTA, the trilogy, and both of those, you know, to some people would be considered mistakes. To me, I think these are good games. Well, I mean, GTA Definitive Edition, good game. That's not true. Scratch what I just said. I meant like Resident Evil 5 and 6. I need to get Resident Evil 5 for Xbox One as well. That would be really nice. I don't know what it means by includes all map and multiplayer DLC. Like, I only got the one disc. I didn't get, like, a slip or anything. I don't know. Maybe it was all on the disc. And it's just... You know, this was, like, the era of Resident Evil that people hated for some reason. I think they're fine, honestly. It's basically all I have to say. Alright. That is a game that I just own because it was cheap. Devil May Cry 5. I have not played 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I have not played 1, 2, 3, 4 DMC or 5. Oh no. So I got this used, first of all, so that's the condition of this. But honestly, I'm not gonna bother picking it up in another format. The case is trash. The game is trash. Ugh, this is so sad. What a sad, sad story. I remember when, like, the marketing for this game came out, and I was like, oh shoot, this could be awesome. It's just bad. It's just not a good game. This is not the stain I was referring to on the library either, which is disappointing. It's just like, I was like, oh man, I love Halo. Let's pick this up. Halo rules. And you know, I didn't give Halo 5 a fair shot when it came out. I just heard that it was bad. You know, maybe I'll play it and like it. No, it's bad. It's really bad. But yeah, I was right. I did have something to talk about relating to Conquer again. You know, if you didn't care for Conquer Live and Reloaded, well, you can get the original Conker's Bad Fur Day in here. This is just good. This is like one of the best deals that you can get on the Xbox One. Seriously, like a bunch of great rare games just for like $30 this launched for too. Like this rules. Oh my gosh, it's just nice to own. That's one of my main reasons that I wanted to get an Xbox One back in the day. Okay. Hey, have you ever heard of a hyperfixation? That was not on camera. Oh well. Yeah. I bought My Heroes One's Justice, and I thought, okay, this is mediocre. But One's Justice 2, and I was like, this is mediocre part 2. But I bought both of them just because I loved My Hero. I really did. I love Nezure right there. That's cool. Man, I think I've discussed this before about my conflicted feelings about My Hero Academia and how it's like one of the best premises for a modern shonen anime, and they kind of just squander it and like make it but that for like the first 2 seasons, man, it's good. I enjoy it a lot. And I've gone too far. I own too many figurines and I can't stop. I will no longer watch the manga or read the anime and reverse those 2 sentences. I won't do that anymore, but I'm going to continue collecting figurines because I like the characters too much. The characters individually are great, but they're stuck in a bad show. SpongeBob Bath for Bikini Bottom. Rehydrated. I've already talked about this with Battle for Bikini Bottom. Buy this. It's good. It goes on sale every 5 minutes. It's a really good platformer. Like, that's basically it. Alright. And now, the time has come for the stain on this library. Both literally and figuratively, because, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a massive stain because it's in this sleeve. I didn't even realize it comes with a whole bunch of different stuff in here. Wow. I can get a 30-day free trial for HBO, wow. But why though? Man, this comes with like so much stuff, and yet, unfortunately, the game is the game, ain't it? Like, okay, I did not buy this when it launched because I didn't really care when it originally came out. I bought this at Target a week after it launched because it was being sold for $10. And I can be a trans woman in it, just unapologetically. Which, like, man, that's something you don't get to see, ever. It's just like, man. Disc 2. Where's Disc 1? Oh wait, is it behind the other disc? Oh, I think I know where Disc 1 is. I'm pretty sure Disc 1 was the last thing I put into my Xbox. Yeah. I still haven't played this yet, because when I wanted to play it, I put it into my Xbox to download, and then it was like, alright, 48 hours. Then I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go play something else. That's just a statement on modern games. Apparently this is good now, like pretty decent. I still think it 100% deserves all of the criticism that everyone has ever given it. And I don't think we should ever really forgive CD Projekt Red. And I think you can't trust brands. And here's something good to soften our palate. We got Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, which is quite literally the reason that I bought an Xbox One originally. Oh. Company store of Microsoft. What? How do I have this? Okay. Yeah, that not for resale thing. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, you're not supposed to, buy it back from, I think, the employer. I think, like, its purchase is final. How have I never noticed that that's there? Yeah, this is a phenomenal game. Please play it. It's literally like one of the greatest games ever made. And then, yeah, I got the collector's edition for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Cause holy crap, this game. Oh, this game. Oh, it comes with a full frickin' art book. And it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's so good. And the game is so good. Like, this presentation, too. And this is... I don't usually get steelbooks, but man... This is so good. It's such a good game. Please, please, please. My final wish. This is the last game I show. My final wish. Frickin' go out and play Ori... A Blind Forest and Ori Will of the Wisps. You will cry in the first 5 minutes. Oh, it's so good. It's so freaking good. I freaking love Ori so much. Oh, look at Ori. He's just a little baby. Just a little guy. Oh, I love Ori so much. Well... We're now a full hour in, so, I feel like that's a fair place to say, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed, and once again, seriously thank you for all the support on the previous episode. Like, that's super massive to me. So, thank you all, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, I have to record this, very carefully so that my feet don't end up in the shot, because I am on the ground here. I felt bad because in the last video I didn't show off my actual Xbox consoles and stuff. I got the Star Wars Xbox back when it came out. Well, not when it came out, like years later, I guess. But this was cheap at the time, and I just want to have you hear the noises. See, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. It makes R2-D2 noises. It's really nice. I think it's cool. But the part that you probably care about if you're coming to this Xbox One, this is my Xbox One. It is the Advanced Warfare model. I got this for $30 at a flea market, and I had to reconstruct the faceplate with a soldering iron, because this was snapped into pieces. I melted the plastic back together, that way it was, like, somewhat lookable, but man, this thing's got war damage. But yeah, I wanted to show that off just because, like, it's one of those things, like, just because something is looks broken and damaged doesn't mean it can't be fixed. Like, this works perfectly fine. It's just, you know, it's just it needed to get some love and care. And also, you know, you can look at my, don't look at that. Why would there be a USB drive in the PlayStation 1? Why? Yeah, this is also the PS4. I'll probably discuss this at some time. This was $10, because the guy selling it didn't know what it was. I got very lucky one day. I think these two were purchased, like, weeks apart. Like, literally, like, I went to my one local flea market, 1 week, picked up the Xbox One. Next week was a dud, and then the week after, PS4. Oh, it was nice. I needed to replace the hard drive in, so now it's a solid-state drive, but yeah. This was, these were very lucky purchases for me. But yeah, this is just an addendum that I'm going to place on the end of the video that I record.